Hello everyone. Welcome back to Shockwave Moments. This is the moment everything went wrong. No warning, no time to react. In the sky and on the ground, routine journeys suddenly spiral into chaos. Engines fail, brakes lock, control disappears. What you're about to witness are real events, captured at the exact second disaster struck.
Caiu mesmo, velho. Tô louco, velho. Tô louco. Cadê os bombeiros? Cadê os bombeiros?
The incident at Sknyliv Airfield in 2002 is still considered the deadliest airshow disaster in history. During a low-altitude aerobatic maneuver, a Sukhoi Su-27 lost control, crashed into the crowd, and exploded, turning a ceremonial event into a devastating tragedy. Because of the pilot's reckless actions, a B-52 bomber failed its landing at Fairchild Air Force Base in 1994, crashing in a massive fireball that resulted in 4 fatalities.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh, that's...
What began as a routine takeoff quickly turned disastrous when the DHC-4 Caribou lost control, plunging straight toward the ground and bursting into a terrifying ball of flames.
I cannot believe it.
A medical helicopter suffered a malfunction and crashed while attempting to land on a hospital rooftop in Los Angeles, narrowly missing the edge by about 15 feet. Thankfully, everyone on board made it out safely. What appeared to be a smooth takeoff turned into a serious accident when a Kit Fox Speedster Classic 4 crashed at Jennings Airport in Louisiana during the annual Stearman Fly-In event. On May 31st, 2015, 2 aerobatic aircraft collided in mid-air above Alba Adriatica, Italy. One plane plunged straight into the sea, while the other crash-landed and flipped over. Tragically, one of the pilots did not survive. This marked the first competitor to fly in the scale and semi-scale control line event at Heli 2000 in Sigriswil, Switzerland. Traveling all the way from England, his flight began smoothly, but unfortunately ended in failure. In May 2017, a frightening incident unfolded on Multoyo Highway in the United States when a small aircraft suffered engine failure and crashed in flames amid heavy traffic. Thankfully, the damage was limited to vehicles and nearby structures. At an Aviation Day event in Gatchina, Russia in 2000, an AME-2 helicopter appeared to be delivering an impressive display before the situation suddenly went wrong and an accident occurred. Fortunately, no one was injured.
Пизда, бля, праздники. В сторону.
करंट देख लो नेट बाबू
The Blue Angel was conducting intense training at Naval Air Facility El Centro. The jet launched into an astonishing high-speed takeoff, kicking up a huge cloud of dust and leaving onlookers stunned by the pilot's precision. A frightening moment unfolded when an R-44 helicopter suddenly began descending toward the ground before crashing into the snow below. Thankfully, both occupants were able to walk away without injuries.
Don't take your video. Take that phone away.
Holy oh my god.
On June 11th, 2017, a World War II-era Spitfire fighter was unable to complete its takeoff at Valais-Longen airfield and crashed to the ground moments later. The pilot suffered only minor injuries after the frightening incident.
God dang, son of a bitch.
The trip was over before it truly started when a Robinson R-44 struck a hangar door with its rotor blade, sending the helicopter crashing down to the ground.
He's lucky. He's got this one. Yeah, he's got that. Easy, 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 easy! Oh my God! Chili!
This isn't just a quick paint job, it's the thin line between destruction and survival as the aircraft swoops in, dropping fire retardant to save a home during one of Southern California's intense wildfires.
Oh my God. That looks like we...
This Tu-134 was departing from Galataskoye Air Base in Ukraine when one of its engines failed and caught fire during takeoff. The aircraft then ran past the runway and erupted into flames. Thankfully, everyone on board survived, with only 3 people suffering injuries. At first glance, this Boeing 747 crashing into a building looks like a movie stunt, but it was a real-life event captured on camera.
Oh, it's not stopping. Oh. Oh my God. Dude, that is badass.
In the Swiss Alps, injured cows unable to descend from high pastures were airlifted to safety by helicopter using specially designed harnesses. The animals were gently transported down the mountains to receive proper veterinary care. At Longuyon-Villette Airport, LFGS, France, a Supermarine Spitfire flipped over while attempting to take off. the Royal Australian Navy's turn to deliver a spectacular sight as an MH-60R Seahawk multi-mission maritime helicopter deploys airborne infrared countermeasures, lighting up the sky during a high-intensity training exercise.
86 Sabre, North American ya de caza bombardeo.
Get your cameras ready. We got Spike on. I'm ready. Tommy's ready.
This Boeing 777 struggled to land during a powerful typhoon in Taiwan, touching down hard after reverse thrust was mistakenly deployed while still in the air. Just as this Osprey was about to settle safely on the deck, Mother Nature had other plans. One strong gust of wind, and suddenly the aircraft is headed for an unplanned swim. This pilot is so confident that ordinary flying isn't enough. He just has to swoop in and tease the people on that boat. How do you make an already spectacular air show even more unforgettable? Simple, just add a burst of color. Ever wondered how the US military transports tanks and Humvees across the battlefield? Meet the CH-53E Super Stallion, one of the world's most powerful helicopters, capable of lifting massive vehicles and carrying tons of equipment through the sky with incredible ease.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed.
This helicopter struck high-voltage power lines during a rescue training exercise. Fortunately, the crew managed to regain control and no one was injured. A sudden mechanical failure sends the jet plunging rapidly. With almost no altitude left, the pilot ejects at the very last second, right within the minimum safe ejection window. In this case, at a Texas airport, a Cessna 550 was badly damaged because the runway wasn't long enough to stop the plane on a wet surface.
Oh my gosh.
This pilot showed impressive quick. That pilot just unlocked expert mode. Flying that low and that close takes absolutely insane skill. This moment feels ripped from a post-apocalyptic film as the aircraft dives through the smoke and unleashes its fire-retardant payload with remarkable accuracy. A tragic accident occurred in Galvarino, Chile on December 31st, 2023, when an air tractor AT-802 firefighting aircraft struck high-voltage power lines while flying low to drop water. No one on the ground was seriously injured, and investigators later confirmed the crash was caused by poor visibility due to thick wildfire smoke. A Bell P-63 collided with a Boeing B-17 during the Wings Over Dallas air show, killing all 6 people on board. The crash, caused by inadequate planning and insufficient altitude separation, occurred on November 12, 2022. Sometimes a single military helicopter can create more chaos and destruction than an entire hurricane in just a matter of seconds. This is the moment a passenger plane burst into flames after colliding with a fire truck during landing at an airport in Peru. Despite the terrifying impact, all 280 passengers and crew members managed to escape without injuries. These helicopter pilots were battling a wildfire and attempted to refill their water bucket from a local swimming pool, but the maneuver turned out to be far more difficult and risky than they had expected.
Before its big counterpart, the X-86 recorded its first. All right, let's just everybody be very holy for you that we'll have our crew.
Another airshow disaster unfolded in May 1993 in Orange County, California, serving as a stark reminder of just how unpredictable aviation can be.
Incident, we have rescue crews, we have fire crews, and
Watch how this special agent dog carries out his mission with total confidence and professionalism.
If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back.
An employee driving a service vehicle accidentally bumped into the engine of an Airbus A320 while the aircraft was being towed to the domestic terminal's boarding gate.
Здесь на природе самолет ногам крутится. Нога.
On Tuesday evening in Louisville, Kentucky, a UPS MD-11 cargo plane crashed near Louisville International Airport, slamming into businesses along a busy road. At least 12 people, including one child, were killed, with several others reported missing, making this one of the city's deadliest aviation disasters. The crash of Singapore Airlines Flight 006 remains a chilling aviation lesson. In 2000, amid a powerful typhoon in Taipei, the jet mistakenly entered a closed runway during takeoff and struck construction equipment, triggering a catastrophic fire. Behold the Air Force's latest invention, the flying gas station. This high-tech drone refuels fighter jets mid-air because apparently even jets can't be bothered to stop for gas. Take a look at this giant plane's wheel. Something tells me this landing is about to get very messy. On May 10th, 2021, a firefighting helicopter suffered a malfunction and crashed into Arhai Lake in Dali, Yunnan. Rescue teams were quickly dispatched to recover the crew members. This man in Africa decided to build his own helicopter, even though it still needs a few more hours of work before it can actually fly. He absolutely deserves an A+ for effort and determination. An Airbus A321 battles powerful winds in Taiwan. Moments later, a Boeing 777 touches down at an extreme angle, landing almost sideways. Fighter jets are engineering marvels. Watch this one streak over the ocean, its supersonic blast ripping through the air and vaporizing the water beneath it. This Boeing 727 comes in to land at Princess Juliana International Airport in St. Martin, flying incredibly low over a crowd of spectators gathered on the beach. This Turkish pilot decided to give plane spotters a special treat. This is about as close as you'll ever get to a flying F-16. You might not know much about the Swiss Air Force, but after witnessing this moment, their air shows are something you'll never forget. During another typhoon in Taiwan, a UPS Boeing 747 suffered a massive engine pod strike on its third landing attempt. This DHL Boeing 757 broke in half after sliding off the runway during an emergency landing in Costa Rica. The aircraft was forced down after a hydraulic failure, but thankfully no one was injured. If you're ever injured at 10,000 feet, this is how true heroes in the sky step in and come to the rescue. These people got way too close to the jet. Don't blink. You might miss the split-second blast as it tears past them.
Oh shit!
Oh, easy! Oh my flipping heck! Wow! I'm surprised that's not a touch and go, mate.
A dramatic moment unfolds as a China Southern Boeing 787-9 touches down in heavy rain. The aircraft's reverse thrust sends sheets of water spraying into the air, creating a powerful splash as the landing gear meets the runway. A Russian Su-25 crashed shortly after takeoff, slamming into terrain near the edge of the runway. The aircraft was completely destroyed, and so far officials have released no details about the pilot's condition or the cause of the crash.
Ёб твою мать!
Our channel focuses on shocking, surprising, and unforgettable real-life moments captured on camera. Through these videos, we aim to provide engaging entertainment while offering viewers moments of relaxation and reflection after a long day. Our workflow begins with responsibility and collaboration. As a team, we carefully review YouTube's community guidelines and copyright policies before selecting any topic. This ensures that all our content complies fully with YouTube's rules while still delivering value to our audience. We notice that many extraordinary moments exist across the internet, but they are often scattered and difficult to find. This inspired us to build Shockwave Moments as a curated hub where these rare clips are thoughtfully selected and presented with clear and engaging commentary. Our content creator plays a key role in this process. She works closely with the channel manager to research trending topics, search for suitable videos, and evaluate them based on clear context, originality, relevance, and positive viewer impact. Based on this research, she develops scripts and commentary that guide viewers clearly through each moment.